Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you, anyone who's here. I see five of you. I'm so happy to see you. That is so good. Glad you're here. Let me see who's here so I can speak. Good morning. Good afternoon, Del John. I'm glad that you made it here at this time. I know we're a little later than we normally are, so I'm glad that you are here. Um, those of you who are with us on today know that we are going to talk today about the importance of being prepared to fly. Now, first of all, we're going to talk about what preparation means, and that's really the most important part of this discussion today. This message, this time of sharing in encouragement for your lives and for mine. Because when I encourage you, that's why encourage yourself plays. Because when I encourage you, I also encourage me. So, good afternoon again to all. If you are here and you just like to let me know you're here, even if you're not going to get to stay, just that you slid through, and so that I can say, "Hey, good to see you," and that you will know that these thoughts and this conversation is for you as well. And if you will, please click like and share on the Be Encouraged Ministries page. That would really, 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 really help with this ministry as it goes forth. Good afternoon, Reverend Rochelle Roberts. How are you? Good to see you here. I know that you are helping the world and taking care of those who are ill. And so we are praying for you that God will give you strength with all that's going on in the viral world. All right. So good afternoon and welcome to another broadcast of Thriving Tuesday Moments of Encouragement. Hashtag Be Encouraged. And today, first I'm going to read the scripture because I think it's important. And it simply just says, go to the ants. And it says, oh sluggards. What this text really says in Proverbs 6:6-8 is, if you consider the life of an ant, good afternoon, Miss Mayetta. If you consider the life of ants, ants are never unprepared. They know in the summer that winter is coming. They know in the winter that summer is coming, and they prepare accordingly. We could learn a lot from the preparation of the ant. And so Proverbs in the sixth chapter, 6-8 verse, talks about that ant and the preparation that the ant does in the summertime for the winter. And so today we're going to talk about being prepared to fly. So not necessarily being prepared for the winter, but being prepared for the next season. Okay? Sometimes seasons catch us unprepared. And there's no reason for that. As we walk out this faith walk, we have to be always prepared for what God may be sending next. Sometimes life comes in a fleece, like things come swiftly. That's why the Hold to God's Unchanging Hand says time is filled with swift transition. I said that last week as well. Swift transition is sometimes not that which you can be fully ready for. So you have to stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. Now, there's always going to be some things that you're going to have to do that you can't possibly be prepared for. And life doesn't always give us a warning sign. We can't always know what's coming next. However, if we are prepared, in that we are prepared in our faith, we're prepared for those of us who are still working on that, prepared in your finances. And it may not be that you have a wealth of money, but work on your credit so that if you need it, you can go get it. Things that we sometimes take for granted because we just hope against hope that everything's going to fall in line the way we want it to. But sometimes God's preparing us for what, Daryl Coley sang the Carol Antrim song, he's preparing me for matters that I have not come to. And so if we're prepared, if we allow God to prepare us for that which is coming, then when it shows up in our lives, we're already prepared. We're already in that place where, well, while we will not know exactly what's going to happen in that next season, we won't exactly know what's going to happen, where we're headed. We know that we are prepared and that we trust the one who's prepared us. And so as you are going through life and you are going through the things that life is bringing you on a daily basis or on a monthly basis, or if you can even get a glimpse of the next season as it is coming, then be prepared. Prepare yourself. I'm not talking about all the nuts and bolts of making sure that you got this list done and that list done. I'm talking about soul preparation. Prepare your soul, because God is preparing your soul if you let God. Some of us don't get prepared because we didn't let God do the preparation. But if we let God prepare us, then when that season comes, when that shift comes, when that change comes, when you need to take that pivot, you're already prepared in your soul, even though you may have to get prepared in the natural. But your soul is ready for the shift. Soul is ready for the pivot. Soul is ready for the change. Soul is ready for the next season. So that's my encouragement to each of us today. Be prepared to fly. Wherever flight takes you, whether flight takes you to the next opportunity right where you are, or whether life takes you to a flight that's somewhere that you've never been before, be prepared to fly. And know that if you stay on the ground, you'll never get anywhere. Or if you get there, it's sure going to take a long time. And that is probably not the way God plans it, although God's permissive will may allow it. Be prepared to fly. And whenever you fly, and you all can think about this in airline terms, whenever you fly, there's some rules. There's some things you have to do to stay safe. There's some things that you have to listen to when you get on the airline, on the flight. There's some safety measures you have to know. You have to know that if cabin pressure changes, to put your own mask on before helping somebody else. You have to know the unspoken rules, that there is always going to be someone who thinks they can get off the plane before their turn. And typically, they're always just frustrated because they tried to move and exit before it was time to exit. There's a lot we can learn from the process of flying in the natural. But I'm here to encourage us that as we prepare to fly in life, we prepare with our faith girded. Because you can't fly if you don't have a ticket. Even if you're on standby, you still have to have something that you can present. So make sure your faith is your all pass, your all access ticket to the flight that God has for your life. When it's time to fly, if you're prepared, then there are no delays. If you're prepared, even if there's turbulence, you are still trusting that the ultimate pilot of all, that God is keeping you safe, is taking you from where you are to where you're going. I don't care if that's around the corner. Far too often we take for granted just taking a step out of our homes. We need to be prepared for what that is. We live in perilous times. So be prepared for wherever the flight takes you, whether it's a local flight where you're just going to be on the plane for a couple of minutes, for 30 minutes or so, that you still have to be prepared for that flight. For some of you, for some of those who are listening, you're needing to be prepared for some transatlantic flights, some international flights, because you have to be prepared for wherever God is taking you. So God bless you. God smile upon you as you keep getting prepared for what's next in your life. the next season, the next moment, the next assignment, the next relationship. Because some of us have come out of some things that we didn't have any business in, and God is preparing us for what that's going to be. So listen, just let me encourage you today. Be encouraged today to get prepared for the flight. Do everything you know you need to do. Check out all the rules, all the things that you need to know before you get ready to get on the flight that God is taking your life on. And then when you get there, buckle in, because the great pilot is going to take you exactly where you need to be. And when you disembark, when you get off of the flight, you will already know that God has placed in you every single thing you need for where you are headed and what you're supposed to do when you get there. So may God bless you. God keep you. Keep praying, keep smiling, keep shining, keep being prepared, keep going forth in victory, knowing that God is with you on the journey, on the flight. Be prepared. Be prepared to fly. And when you get prepared, expect to fly and to soar as you go to destinations with God and you on God's side. Because while God is on our side, it's us that usually makes the detours. So stay on the Lord's side, be prepared to fly, and be encouraged. God bless you. See you soon.